So I can use another color. So very importantly is that this is the augmented matrix, right? So this matrix of coefficients has two columns, right? So this last row is bad news because this last row has a 1 in the last column, right? So that means 0. This implies basically 0 equals 1, which is a contradiction. And that's what you would use to argue that the solution set we were looking for is an empty set. So that solution set has no members in it, which means that these values of alpha 1 and alpha 2, they do not exist. It's not possible. So in other words, is this set a member, is this column -5, -6, -12, is this column a member of the span? No, it's not a member of the span, right? Now you repeat this procedure with each of the candidates and let's see what you get. So I know that you probably already know the answer, but let's row reduce with every single one of those candidates and let's write down what is the RDF and write down what you conclude. Let's say, let's take 5 minutes.
Okay. Do we need to do the RREF by hand or can we use the?
No, use the calculator.
Okay. We'll just do one RREF by hand.
You can do one by hand, yes. They're not too long, right? They're just 3 by 3 or.
So you want us to show first row for 6 and 5? Need to use a calculator. Oh, you want us to have it? Well, it's like, can we just, if you do a task, so did we use the same problem for the first question? No. Yeah, but if you get the numbers, if they didn't give you exactly.
Hunter, would you mind to stop the sharing? Okay, now I can. I was a little lost because I didn't know where the chat was. Okay, Aaron, will you be able to share your screen for the next question in my open math? And we can do what we did with Hunter, that I can annotate your screen. Yeah, okay. So just be ready, Aaron. Just open my open math and excuse me. Also, Aaron, you're gonna need, like Hunter, you're gonna need something to row reduce, either Wolfram alpha or something like that.
Which one is this the comprehension spanning vectors?
Yeah, this is the right problem. But he set us in groups. I'm pretty sure the group.
What group are you in? I just need to check.
What group is this?
We don't know if he's in our group.
I'm just figuring out which group I'm
Yeah,
I know.
but what's your group?
Vectors.
Vectors, that's right. Who is, every group has the Teams chat up and running. So is Aaron a member of your group?
Aaron?
Vectors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is just us two. You think everyone else?
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, tell him that I don't have my computer.
You're alone?
Yeah.
But are you talking to them? You don't know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we might. I have two possible answers, although one of them gives definite answers to the variables, and the other one, the other one does.
Oh no, he has the right group.
I guess we all just got different
So one of
numbers.
them-
That's dumb. That means I'm gonna have to do them.
Yeah. Well, I understand like the answer, and the other one is this good. No, but there's a problem. First, so there's that, and if I use another one of the two, one to one. Gives me this. So I'm not sure which one. Good question. This is the one in my hand, and it was wrong. I know that much because it had 0, 0, 2, 5.
Okay.
In this instance,
We're gonna have to still, even when you're using the calculator, we're gonna have to write it by hand. I mean, write something down.
okay,
So
so write the,
let's go back to the first thing you showed me.
Remember your logging stuff?
see, it was,
Both work on
-5.
for mile.
Oh, wait, that probably won't be the actual answer because it's a trivial
Used
solution.
it
Okay,
once.
but
in
ho-
the second.
okay, so that's
That was
here,
probably the one day.
write the matrix that you start with,
So I got.
which is that one.
Let me see. So here's what my issue with this matrix is that does the span is the span required to be non-trivial?
Hold on.
I would check.
Okay, this is the initial matrix.
Yes.
So column 1 and column 2 are the two vectors that define the set, right? You're given a set with two vectors, that's column 1 and column 2.
Yeah.
Column 3 is the candidate,
Yes. The
okay? Now, write an arrow and write REF on top of that arrow.
Oh, RAF.
Mhm. Now we're gonna write
The
the last one.
So
Okay, so
this.
now let's go back to see the statement of your question.
Yeah. So statement of my question.
Mhm.
It says which of
Okay.
the following vectors are in the space spanned by V?
Mhm.
Let's check if I can select more than one. I can. Okay, it's
Okay,
okay. And
I like that because we're gonna comment on that. Okay, so this,
Mhm.
this. So can I also use? I should have my own pen, but like, right. So this here would be like U1,
Mhm.
and this is like U2, and this we can call it W.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's W a linear combination of U1 and U2. So according to this, there is no one in the last column,
right.
right? So this is looking good. So this one is leading one, this one is a leading one,
And there's no leading ones in the bottom.
no leading ones in the bottom. So here R is 2, and in this
Is
case
2.
N is 2,
And N minus R is 0.
N minus R is 0. So that's looking good. So D is 1 and 2,
I went to
F is 3, but there is no, if there are variables, the variables stop at 2, so there's no free variables. So basically this tells you that alpha 1 is 1
And alpha 2 is 0.
and alpha 2 is 0.
Okay. Do I need to prove?
That would do it
Do I need to do this again? Oh, yeah.
for every single one of them.
For all 5 of them?
Yeah.
Do I need to write R and the N and the N minus R and?
And D and F and all that stuff. Yeah, but okay. So we discovered something in a collaboration. And why don't you tell us when you went and you discovered that you could check more than one?
Yeah, you can, on the first question, you have the option to select more than one of the answers because more than one of the answers can be correct.
So you could have out of the, what is it, 4,
There are 5 answers.
5 things that they're telling you to choose from. There could be more than one. That's a linear comment. There could be more than one member in the span of that set of 2 vectors. You can, and then those boxes, you can check more than one. It's not mutually exclusive. Question.
All of mine contradict.
You found all contradictions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Two of the
okay.
answers are the same. Like that one's 2 and 2, and that one's 2 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
and they all contradict.
And what would that mean? That
I don't know.
I mean, you could just try hitting the submit button.
yeah, so this is not equal. This would be like an arrow, okay,
Okay.
pointing
Yeah,
because
because you said
you're
we're
just saying that it row reduces, and you write REF on top of each. Okay. Now let's check that they are. So the first two columns are the same, right?
Yeah, that's supposed to be.
Because I got the same thing that he had.
I just
Uh-huh.
accidentally wrote it too. I put it in as a 3.
Yeah, but these. So with let's write a 3 there.
It's wrong.
Mhm. So these, and that they are the same. So the only thing that's changing is the last
Oh, there
column,
could
right?
be multiple.
Yeah.
So let's check. So the
That's
first
what it
one
is.
is the first one
So that one's not it.
is minus 1, 1, 0. Well, that one is not here, but this one 21.
That's a 2.
Okay, that's a 2. Let's okay 2, 1, 2.
That's this one.
Repeated twice. Yeah, it's 2, 1, 2 gives you that. Okay, this 3 minus 2, 3 gives you this. And how did you do it? With a calculator or
Yeah, I
with
did it on
this?
here. Yeah, I can edit matrices and then do the REF.
There's just this.
Yeah.
That matrix. So,
How do you change just the last column?
yeah, I just changed just the last columm.
You can go left and reverse.
Oh, wait, now hit up.
It's got the top one in it right now.
Minus 1.
1 and 0.
And that gives you still.
Was he asking if he got it? 'Cause we're good.
I don't know because
Yeah.
So the ones that are giving you these are not in the span.
Oh, yeah.
The contradiction means that it's not possible to find values for the scalars. So that means 2, 1, 2, not in the span. Minus 1, 1, 0, not in the span. What else?
This one.
3, 2, 3, 3 minus 2, 3, also not in the span.
And then that one. The 2, -1 and 0. It's not here.
Also. So what you're finding is none of them are in the span. So what's the correct answer?
I don't.
Oh, yeah, you can submit. Choose one and submit, and it will.
Will it tell me the right answer?
Mhm. Now uncheck it
well, this one also had due dates.
and submit again.
No.
Check another one? or you
No,
just
no,
said it?
submit.
True, but he could be saving that first one. We should ask.
This is complete 3 available.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Click submit again.
Hold on.
I got it.
So are we doing all 3 questions on the?
It's a way to find it.
was your name again?
Trevor.
Trevor. Refresh, and submit again.
Try it again.
You mean a back out?
Yeah, maybe back to.
So if it's not in the span, then it's in the span.
Let's see, let's see.
Not that smart.
Actually, this hit the first one.
Oh,
Show answer.
vectors are a combination of each other. Got it. That makes sense.
What?
Yeah. Okay. Let's investigate that. So it's actually telling you that one of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Oh yeah, but see, is this tricking you? Yes, it is, isn't it?
Say
Multiplied by
But hold on, before we do any calculations,
do not set to the homogeneous system. It's u
what do we
plus
have
v
here?
equals w.
and that's it. It's non-zero coefficient.
Right?
Yeah.
So
So it's included.
there is something wrong with your RAF here.
So basically,
Because just by looking, if you take a linear combination of these two, how do you get that one? What are the coefficients that you need to get that linear combination to be one of them? What are the values?
Should be one.
N, 0. If you put a 0 in front of this one, that one disappears. And 1 in front of this one is going to make the linear combination to be that one, right? So there is something wrong with your RAF here. But let's open
for that,
the linear algebra toolkit or Wolfram. Have you tried Wolfram?
Outside of V is equal to W.
Yeah, number two, it's u plus vectors. U
Try
plus
that.
vector
Put
v
this-
equals vector W. Okay.
Put this matrix there and then recompute it. Okay, so now I said change the settings. So I'm gonna change the settings for the other two questions so that you can see the answer.
Okay.
If you're already doing the other two questions, you'll have to refresh. But okay.
Yeah, number